class, and welcome back for yet another Flex Time review. In today's lesson, we are going to be talking all about something that plagues each and every one of us at one point or another: stress. As a reminder, if you would like to follow along with this video, there is a link to a worksheet in the description box below. And with that out of the way, let's get started. According to the American Psychological Association stress report, stress levels in America have been declining over the past several years. However, according to doctors, they are still at an unhealthy level. So what exactly is it that we are stressing about? Well, according to our survey, these stressors are going to be things such as money, work, the economy, family responsibilities, and personal health concerns. High school students also have their own unique deal of stressors that researchers say even rival those stressors of adults. The APA stress survey even found that during the school year, students report higher stress levels than adults. When asked to rate their stress level on a 10-point scale, of 1 being little stress and 10 being a whole lot of stress, the average response from 1,018 teens was a 5.8 versus the 3.9 recorded by adults. Now, I'm sure we've all heard someone say, "I'm so stressed," or "Man, this is so stressful." But what exactly does this word stress mean? According to psychologists, stress is going to be the process by which we perceive and respond to certain events that we call stressors. Our brain is going to appraise these stressors as either threatening or challenging and react accordingly. Now, I want you to imagine walking into class on a dreadful Monday morning and you see written on the board, "Prepare for a pop quiz." Well, this pop quiz can be seen as a stressful event. It is going to be your appraisal of this stressful event that determines your response. If you think to yourself, "This is easy, I've got this, I know everything there is to know about the topic," you will be focused and motivated. But if you think to yourself, "Uh-oh, I haven't read the textbook in forever, I know absolutely nothing, I'm in some trouble," well, then you might probably panic and start getting nervous. So in small doses, stress can actually be a good thing. When we perceive something as challenging, stress can motivate us to conquer the problem. But what's going to happen when stress becomes too much for the body to handle? Well, we're going to see that this can lead to several physiological and psychological issues. Our interest in studying stress dates back all the way to Hippocrates, but it was not until 1929 where Walter Cannon confirmed a stress response system in the human body. Cannon noticed that when exposed to different stressors, such as extreme cold, lack of oxygen, and emotional arousing incidents, sympathetic nerve endings are activated and flood the bloodstream with epinephrine and norepinephrine. These stress hormones flooding the bloodstream are a result of a sympathetic nervous system response. This leads to increased heart rate and respiration, more blood flow to the skeletal system, and a dull pain response, in a process that many of you may know as fight or flight. A few years later, Canadian scientist Hans Selye's research on stress furthered Cannon's findings. In his research, Selye would expose animals to various stressors and measure their physiological responses. Using stimuli such as mild electric shocks, surgical trauma, and immobilizing restraints, Selye found that the body's response to any stressor was very general. Just like a burglar alarm goes off no matter who or what intrudes, the body responds similarly regardless of the stressor. Selye referred to this stress response as the general adaptation syndrome. Selye's theory includes 3 phases: alarm, resistance, and exhaustion. Now, to explain the general adaptation syndrome, imagine this scenario. You wake up one early morning after a hard day's work and say to yourself, "Hey, I could really use a bowl of delicious cereal right now." So you go to your cabinet, pull out a bowl, and pour in a bunch of your favorite cereal. Now, here comes the stressful event. You open the fridge, and lo and behold, there is no milk. Now, being a normal functioning member of society, there is no way you can eat cereal without any milk. Disgusting. So according to Selye, when you realize there is no milk left, you go into the alarm phase. Your sympathetic nervous system activates, causing an increased heart rate accompanied by a faintness of shock. With all of your resources mobilized, you are ready to face the challenge at hand. As the stressor continues to attack the body, we move into phase 2, the resistance phase. During phase 2, your temperature, blood pressure, and respiration remain high, and hormones are continuing to flood the circulatory system. If the source of stress continues to be an issue, it can eventually deplete the body's stress-fighting resources, which brings us to phase 3, exhaustion. According to Selye, in the exhaustion phase, we are more prone to stress-related illnesses. Modern research is going to agree with Selye's premise that the body is designed to handle stress and that prolonged stress can lead to both physical and psychological issues. A subfield of psychology, known as health psychology, even exists today with the goal of integrating behavioral and medical knowledge to help with improving health. Psychological effects of prolonged stress can include anxiety, restlessness, lack of motivation, irritability, and even depression, while physical symptoms can include headaches, muscle pains, fatigue, stomach problems, heart problems, sleep issues, and in serious cases, even death. Health psychology has even given us a hypothesis behind type A and type B personalities. In this hypothesis, personalities that are going to be more competitive, highly organized, ambitious, impatient, highly aware of time management, or aggressive are going to be labeled as type A, while more relaxed and less neurotic personalities are going to be labeled as type B. This theory was actually developed by two cardiologists, Meyer Friedman and R.H. Rosenman, who linked type A personalities to higher levels of stress, leading to a greater risk of coronary heart disease. So again, what exactly is it that is causing us all of this stress? Well, researchers have focused on our responses to three types of stressors: catastrophes, significant life changes, and daily hassles. Catastrophes are going to be unpredictable, large-scale events that nearly everyone appraises as threatening. These are going to be things such as wars or natural disasters. Research has shown that in times of tragedy, rates of psychological disorders such as depression and anxiety can shoot up by almost 17%. The second type of stressor is going to be a significant personal life change. Life changes can include things such as leaving home, the death of a loved one, a marriage or a divorce, a new baby in the family, and a whole bunch of other things. Psychologists Thomas Holmes and Richard Rahe even developed a stress scale of 43 stressful life events to measure the level of stress in an individual, known as the Holmes and Rahe stress scale. And our last stressor is going to be the daily hassles. Daily hassles are sources of stress that include irritating, frustrating, and distressing demands that we're going to face on a day-to-day basis. These could be concerns about our appearance, financial issues, school stress, or even something little like misplacing our car keys. While these daily hassles don't lead to an extreme amount of stress, they can add up and lead to a burnout. As you may know, stressors are going to be unavoidable, and with that fact, we must develop healthy ways to cope with them. We can achieve this by confronting or escaping the stressor, as well as looking for ways to prevent its reoccurrence. Health psychologists have identified several stress management strategies that help reduce the negative effects that come with stress. These strategies are going to include things such as exercise, biofeedback, and social support. Sustained exercise that increases heart and lung fitness can help with alleviating depression and anxiety caused by stress. Some doctors even go as far as calling the benefits of exercise a miracle drug. Biofeedback is going to be a mind-body technique that involves visual or auditory feedback to gain control over involuntary bodily functions such as blood flow, blood pressure, or heart rate. Biofeedback has become pretty popular today with things such as mindfulness and deep breathing exercises. And the last stress coping strategy that we are going to talk about is going to be a very important one: social support. Research has shown that close relationships more often contribute to positive health and happiness. Having a positive social support group helps with alleviating the symptoms of stress. Think about the last time you were stressed out. Did you talk about it with a family member, a close friend, or maybe even a teacher? Several psychological studies have shown that healthy, positive relationships correlate with a longer, healthier life. So that just about does it for our lesson on stress and coping. Hopefully it doesn't stress you out having to remember all of this. Sorry. You know, dad jokes now that I'm a dad. Gotta work on them. Anyways, if you did enjoy the lesson, please do feel free to like and subscribe. It is always appreciated, and it will keep you posted for when I post new videos. With that being said, I will see you all next time. Bye.